PRP Sports Show, the official podcast of Pleasure Ridge Park High School Athletics. In each episode, we bring you exclusive stories and interviews featuring our coaches and athletes. If you're a fan of PRP Sports, be sure to bookmark or subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. Thanks for listening. Here's the latest installment of the PRP Sports Show.
Hey, welcome to the podcast today. PRP Athletics. So I can cut it out. So
okay, cool.
We got it. Are you guys comfortable with something to drink?
No, we're good.
No,
I'm good. I'm comfortable.
My little strawberry apricot Red Bull.
Yeah, I got one. I usually do the pre-workout, so it's I haven't had it today, so it's kind of like
you're dragging today.
I'm dragging.
So do you put it in a drink? I never.
Which pre-workout do you use?
I use Explode. I'm addicted to it. So yeah, it's like I feel like a crackhead. So it's like some days I just take it just to get moving. Probably need to wean off of it. But
not wean off of it.
These down. I'm not gonna lie to you out there.
You gotta mix it up though.
Yeah.
I've been drinking like 2 Red Bulls a day, and then I start my morning with like an iced coffee, and I take a nap. Like, even if it's like 30 minutes, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to take a nap for sure. But these kids, I'm like tired all the time around them.
Do you have like sugar crashes? Like, do you have like caffeine crashes?
Sometimes.
Oh, I do. About 2:30 every day. I'm like, sometimes I can't get back up.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't like really drinking coffee in the morning. Because like after I drink a cup and then I'll be cool. But as soon as I lay down and hit that, it's a wrap.
I'm up by like 6:30 every morning. So then I drink coffee, get ready for the day, eat something. And by the time, because I'm in school to get my real estate license. So by the time I'm done with like my class at like 12, I'm like, all right, I'm taking a nap. Because that's right when I'm like crashing. And then I wake up from my nap and drink a Red Bull.
There you go.
Yeah, it gets me through the games, when we're here till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Is that why you're so energetic?
No, I'm just naturally like.
No, that's just natural.
I'm just natural.
You're naturally high.
Yeah, all the time.
You're naturally energetic.
Yeah.
What they say, high on life.
Yeah, I'm high on life. Woo.
That's good. I'm kind of like that too, where I like to just go.
Mhm.
It's just sometimes it helps you a little bit, but sometimes it gives you a headache.
Sometimes it gives you a headache, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like this weekend, the past weekend was so long. Like we played Thursday, Friday, we played Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And by the time Saturday came around, I was like, God, we got to be up at what time to be there? Like, I was like, ugh. Yeah, I took like a 5-hour nap after that.
That tournament is long. Last year when I coached in it, It was like, I had fun. I enjoyed it. But then I got home at like 3 o'clock and I was done.
Yeah.
I slept the whole day and I woke up like Sunday, like refreshed. But it took me like 12 hours of sleep to recover.
I don't even remember what I did Saturday. What did we do? I think we chilled at home all day. And then Sunday was the same thing. Like, went to church. And
I think we tried to watch that Colorado game.
Oh, I watched the Colorado game. They came back, so that's cool. They didn't win, but...
Are you a Dion fan?
Yeah, I just ordered my Coach Prime jersey.
Did you get the glasses?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
They're sold out everywhere.
I know. When I was a kid, I know you guys are a lot younger than me, I loved Dion when he played at Florida State. Mm-hmm. So, like, as a kid, I've always been, like, a Louisville and Alabama fan.
Yeah.
Because my dad had played basketball in Alabama, and I ended up going to school there. Mm-hmm. But we grew up Louisville fans. But back then, Florida State was, like, that was the team back in the 90s.
Yeah, for sure.
The Florida State-Miami game. And Dion was, like, the best player ever. Mm-hmm. I just love love watching Dion Sanders.
That's what my mom be talking about.
Yeah,
all the time, prime time.
Yeah, prime. He was so good of a player. I just loved him.
And I'm a Cowboys fan, so like it makes me happy that he played for the Cowboys also.
Do y'all like every Texas team?
Yes.
Because your dad's like, where's Texas and Dallas? I'm like, do you like Texas A&M?
He likes Texas, man. He
I can't stand Texas A&M.
Yeah, we're Longhorn fans.
Okay.
Baylor volleyball is always a good program.
Speaking for herself right now.
I'm speaking for myself. We're all. I don't know. Are you a Longhorns fan? You don't like the Longhorns? I love the Longhorns.
I'm not like the Longhorns fan. I wouldn't say I'm a Longhorns fan.
I'm a Spurs fan, a Cowboys fan, and a Longhorns fan. But if Baylor's playing in volleyball, I will cheer for Baylor.
Did you cheer for Baylor in women's basketball? when Louisville beat them in the NCAA tournament that year?
No.
Yeah, Brittany Griner.
No.
Louisville boxing chased her and just stealing the ball from her, and U of L beat them, and I think that was U of L made it to the finals that year and lost.
Yeah, they was decent that year.
Yeah, but now that coach is at LSU, so she's awesome.
Yeah, she's great.
She's doing her thing over.
Yeah.
I like her little suit she be wearing. She be looking fly.
She's my favorite women's basketball coach.
Oh yeah.
I fell in love with her the last 2 years just watching her coach. I just love the way she is on the sideline, just the command that she has, and just she's throwing her jacket.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Awesome. If I was a women's basketball player, I would want to play for her.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just
sure.
like, you look at coaches like, I want to play for that coach. I want to play for them.
Yeah.
I think that had something to do with the girl from Louisville leaving to go to, not that Jeff Walls, he does a great job, he's a great coach,
but still,
she's got that swagger about her.
Yeah. She's
I think that causes a connect to the player and the coaches and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
You'll experience this if you stay in coaching long enough.
Oh yeah, I will. I'm saying
they will take your personality. They'll take
I've noticed.
It takes a while though. It takes a while to get to that point in coaching. You have to establish the way you do things. You have to establish the way your non-negotiables, and you're learning that as you go. Like your first couple years, you'll look back on it and be like, man, if I knew then what I know now, I'd been a lot better.
Right.
And that's just the way it is, and you got to learn. It's
as you go and stuff. Yeah, it's all a learning experience. I love it though. Like this is my purpose. Like I do one day want to coach in college. That'd be top tier, but. Like right now, I'm here. This is where God put me, so I'm gonna stay here until He says leave.
Well, I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here.
You guys are here, and we lucked out on getting you guys as the coaches and a support staff.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Maybe we get you on one day as a coach. We have a boys volleyball team. Y'all could share that. I know you're gonna help me with that, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna help you. So
you're helping me? Okay.
Well, we'll help each other.
We'll help each other. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I love volleyball, and I love the sport, and man, the boys last year was a lot of fun coaching, and the girls was fun, even though I had to take over under circumstances. But it was. But you guys are doing a great job.
So did your love for volleyball come from like birth, or was something you just like? This is pretty cool. You watched
my sisters played. My older sister played. Miss Family. She played volleyball, and we grew up in the Catholic schools for a little bit. Melanie went all the way through 8th grade at St. Paul, and then so volleyball was like something that we just did.
Right.
I had to go watch them play.
Okay.
So then they started it in Catholic schools when I was like 3rd or 4th grade, and then I would just go on the side of the wall and just hit balls all day and set and just really taught myself how to play. And then my dad was like, "Well, you're pretty good at this." So the Catholic schools, it was like the same kids, same guys we played football with, we played baseball with, we played basketball with, we played boys volleyball with, and we never lost in boys volleyball. We won 4 city titles in a row.
Oh wow.
56-0. So I mean,
that's nice. 56-0.
Yeah, we were 56-0 in 4 years. So
that's wow.
Yeah, but it was middle school, but it was still.
It's still cool.
56-0 at anything.
You know what was great about it was that we would play these teams from like the East End. And they would be like, they would come out here in their little D-pads and all these little, fancy uniforms. And we would just smoke them. I mean, we would just like smoke them, and they would be so mad. Like, we were supposed to lose to a team from out in Dixie Highway. We would just smoke them. It was so much fun. Yeah, I remember they had St. Martha had this big 6'10" dude or whatever. He looked 6'10" then. And we owned him. We owned it. Yeah, we won.
I hate when people are like tall, but they're not aggressive. Like, I'm like, you're wasting your height. Like, be intimidating, please. Because if I was your height, no one would have been able to get me off the court.
I hate
no
that.
one.
I hate that. I know. Give me about 5 more inches,
Man, if I got 3 more inches, yes. Yeah, 3 inches on me would have been great. I'd be 5'7", and I'd be D1 somewhere as a libero.
Yeah, we gotta get you. I gotta get you out there at St. Rita.
I know you texted me the other day, and I was like in E-Town, and I was like,
Yeah, I didn't know. Well, they didn't know the person wasn't coming until. I didn't know there was a shortage until I messaged you. And I was like, well, it's probably too late. So
it was like an hour before. I was like trying to eat. We were at Texas Roadhouse. I was like, man.
We played with 4 against the team with 6 that was really good. We won the third game,
Okay.
but I think they kind of let up because they kind of smoked us the first 2 games. We couldn't cover the floor.
Yeah.
I was like, if we play a team with 6, it's not any good. We can win, but they were good. So tell me a little bit about yourself. A little bit of background about you.
I have 4 brothers, Mexican and black. I'm 21.
So does that mean you're Blexican?
I'm Blaxican.
Blaxican.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to be a basketball player in like 5th and 6th grade, and my mom, after like our last tournament, my mom was like, "You need to find something else to do." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You suck at basketball. I'm not coming to watch you play again." And I was like, "Okay." And my neighbor, she played. Do you know what Legacy is? I don't even think they're a club still. I don't know, but yeah, she played for Legacy. And I went to Evangel, small private school. We had like 90 kids, K through 12. And so like they just took anybody on the volleyball team. Like no one could not make the sport, you know. So in 7th grade, I was starting varsity as a setter, and then I transferred to Moore. I played Kiva starting in 7th grade. The only reason I got on the team, I really didn't know what I was doing. I could just jump, and I was like, Kendra, just defend the net. That's all I did. And then Mary Frank saw me when I was like 14 or something, or like my freshman year. And she was like, "Come play for me at Fern Creek." And I was like, okay. So that's how I ended up there. And then I was not allowed to touch the ball with 2 hands until like my junior year when they needed a setter. And they were like, "You're going to set." And I was like, "Coach, you've never let me touch the ball with 2 hands. You used to pull me out the game when I did that." And she was like, "Yeah, but I see it." So then I ended my high school career as a setter.
Well, she was a pretty good coach.
She's great. She's coached for 40 years.
Yeah, she did a great job.
She came to the tournament on Saturday to like see us, and she gave the end of the game coach speech, you know, and she was like, "Hey y'all, since the first time I saw y'all," because she came to the first tournament we had here, and she's like, "To now, y'all are getting it, and y'all are improving a whole lot, and you know y'all are working better as a team, and y'all have the big things. Your blocking's great. Y'all got a great offense. Your passers are good. You've got an amazing setter. Just, you know, we got to tweak the small things. Like base to read killed us this weekend. Base to read killed us. We were like, man, they're hitting right on the spot.
Yeah.
If you go base to read, you'll get there."
Mm-hmm.
And then
trying to figure out how to wake people up, get them to play. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? At 8, 9 in the morning. That's a little bit difficult too. You know.
It is when you're not used to doing it.
Yeah.
And also, like, I don't know, like, it's hit or miss. Some days they come in and they're like, "We want to play as a team and we want to, you know, play."
Yeah.
And they do great. Like the Butler game, we went 4 sets, and like Sarah played the best game I've ever seen her play. She played amazing. I'm really happy we got filmed with that. Jazz hit a little one-handed set. Aaliyah killed it. It was great.
I saw that on the film. Somebody was
Yeah.
filming it. It was a pretty good play.
I just told her like 2 days before that. I was like, "I want you to get this one-handed set before the season's over." And she just pulled it out of nowhere. And I was like,
She's so athletic.
"Oh yeah, she is. She's
and
great."
she's quick.
Yeah, she's
And
Desi
quick.
is so quick and athletic.
So like even when we were,
That's why I was like, "You got to set, girl. You got to set," because a center has to be like it just
everywhere.
My opinion,
You have to be the
she's
most
got to be able to
athletic.
get to the ball.
Yep.
And
and make something happen.
Yeah, I
with
was
it.
like, your hands will come. If you set all the time and get better, drill. Your hands will come, and eventually, with your athleticism and speed,
Yeah.
you're gonna be one heck of a setter.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Plus
yeah.
she's in great condition.
She's in great
She's
condition
like
because they be making
top
her
tier
work
condition.
sometimes. I'd be like,
I've seen some of them pass.
I'd be like, y'all are making her
Yeah.
work way too hard right now. If I was your setter, I'd be so
Yeah,
mad at
come on,
y'all.
man. Yeah.
Like, give me the ball. That's all you got to do. But no, and then even we played Seneca again on Saturday morning. That was our first game at 9:00 in the morning, and they're good. But so what happened? Oh, there was one play or whatever. We got stuck in a rotation, but Sierra was in the back row passing, and then Jazz was pushing up to set. So she's stepping into being a real leader on the court, which is good because we need somebody to do that.
a confident leader
A
too.
confident leader too.
That's a big thing.
So she was just like, "Sierra, you set this ball, I'm gonna pass," just to get us out of that rotation. She got that ball up to Sierra. Sierra gave it to I don't know who it was, but somebody put it down, and like, so for the rest of the game they were switching off setting, and it worked out really, really well. And I was like, I'm glad I wrote the lineup like this, because now we do have a confident other setter on the court that's gonna make something happen with it. And even they both can pass and hit, so you know, Jazz is getting comfortable. Like when she gets that ball at the net, she's gonna hit it. And I'm like, yes, that's what you need to do, because now they're not thinking their setter is gonna go up and just hit, you know. And there was even some balls she would stay outside and hit one ball and then go to set. So, like, they were real quick on adapting this weekend, which is good, because before this, we would be like, okay, we're changing this person from the outside, and then everybody would lose their mind and be like, what? And we're like...
I noticed that last year, nobody likes change, do they? They don't ever use the... One thing I learned when I coached baseball is that when you use the word change... you get immediate resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, let's adjust, or let's adapt, or let's get better. As a pitching coach, when I used to work with the pitchers, anytime I used change, the word change, it was like immediate, like there's a fence went up, and it was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
So I had to learn that, like, the way, well, let's try it this way. How does this feel? How does this feel? Okay, how does this, and then you show them on film, like, what it looks like, what it's supposed to look like. And you try to get them to do, try to get them to adjust so they're in a better position to be successful.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, you're right. Change is something that nobody wants to do that.
I've started saying, like, being flexible or being versatile. I'm always like, be versatile. Be ready to play any position. Because if you want to play in the next level, your college coach might put you in a position that you're like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, like, you have to be versatile. You have to be flexible. And now that I've started changing the wording, they're all like, okay, yeah, I can play this position. Yeah. If I just get subbed out to go in the back row for one position or one rotation, I'm going to make something happen. Because we're like, man, them 25 points go by so quick.
Yeah.
Like,
volleyball is such a fast game.
It's fast. Yeah. And, like, they're slowly starting to work a lot more together as a team, which is, like, teamwork and communication is the one thing that I'm like, that consistently kills us. Whenever we go out there and they're trying to do a one-man show, or they're not talking in the back row or even talking in the front row, helping their passes out, getting the ball up to the setter and stuff, like, we can already count the game out.
It really changes the whole narrative of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's a little bit more challenging to work through and everything like that, because then you got to, get them out of that mental block that they might be stuck in and everything. But, for the most part, it's still something we enjoy to work through and everything like that,
That's good.
Getting to know them personally and everything like that, to know which way they can be pushed, which way they don't like to be pushed and everything.
Or how hard they can be pushed.
That is the hardest thing to learn, and just be aware of the, observing. Sometimes you just sit back and observe, and you're like, okay, and just the way they handle themselves, and you got to know which buttons to push, what buttons not to push.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody's different, and I think that is challenging as a coach, but I think that's also one of the most rewarding things.
Oh, yeah.
When you're able to figure that out.
Definitely.
And you're like, oh, I can do this with this person, but this person I got to be a little more, and you get the results that you're looking for when you figure out the player.
Yeah.
And I feel like also, like, matching players to coaches, like, when you have a connection with your coach, you're going to perform way more than if you don't like a coach. Because there's been a couple coaches in my lifetime that I'm like, man, I don't like this guy. And, like, no matter how hard I work or whatever, he's still not noticing me and stuff. And that stuff, like, killed my confidence as a player. So, like, I go out of my way to try to make sure the girls know that, like, recognize that I notice them. Like, I see you're putting in the hard work. I see you, I hear you talking, that sort of stuff. Because that's definitely been boosting their confidence. And even hearing from, like, girls on the team being like, I've never heard that girl talk before until this year. I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy to me. You've been on the team with her for how long? And you've never heard her talk before? But, so that stuff's rewarding to me. Like, even the parents being like, oh, her confidence is growing, or I can tell how much she really, like, loves the game and enjoys coming to practice and stuff. That stuff is super rewarding for me. That's a win. That's a win in my book. So.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little about yourself.
My name is Nitah Romero, 23 years young. I'm a musician. I like to play music. I played all percussions, the drums, the congas, timbales, cymbals. I played, that's kind of what I my first actual talent. And then from there, I kind of started playing basketball in high school, AAU, everything like that. Big in the church, grew up in church and everything like that. My dad's a pastor, so, you know what I'm saying, we kind of grew up just talking in front of people, being real outgoing, you know what I'm saying, and comfortable holding conversations with, you know what I'm saying, adults and everything like that, because it's really what it's been most of my life. Homeschooled from 1st to 6th grade by my mom. Don't recommend it at all. Never have your mom as a teacher. It never goes well. 6th to 8th grade, went to Evangel Christian School. That was before they redid the gym and everything like that, and got their new facility. It was real small then. I probably had about 50 or 60 people in my whole 8th grade class. So, you know what I'm saying? That was
way less than that. It was like 35 or 40.
That was from 1st to 12th, right?
Yeah, K through 12.
K through 12 and everything like that. So the whole school probably had no more than maybe 110 people in there, maybe. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knew everybody. We wasn't really an athletics school. We was more like...
We should have been a fine arts
school.
Evangel should have been a fine arts school at that time.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like all of the pastors that went to the church and everything like that, their kids and their cousins, they all went to the school together. So, you know what I'm saying? We all grew up around each other and everything like that. Real talented musically and everything like that. When it came to sporting, we was getting blown out the water every time. Like,
every time.
Every time, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I went to Moore for a couple years and everything like that. Found that it really wasn't a good fit for me. I wasn't liking the direction that I started to go in and everything like that. Switched over, went to Fern Creek, and that's when, you know what I'm saying, I really got around some teachers and everything like that. That, you know what I'm saying, cared about me and everything like that, pushed me to learn, and I actually took a liking to, you know what I'm saying, learning what was going on in class and everything like that. Shoot, basketball and music is really, you know what I'm saying, what I'm really all about and everything like that. So, family, of course, you know what I'm saying.
You two seem to be pretty close.
Yeah, this is my best friend.
Yeah, we try, you know what I'm saying, we try to stick together, keep it in the family and everything like that. Can't never go wrong like that.
There's nobody has your back more than family.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, through the years and everything like that, we've had like first-hand experience from like, it's just gonna be the family that's gonna be there for you at the end of the day.
You're right.
You could, you know what I'm saying, y'all could argue, but we're not falling out. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking to each other. We're not gonna have no weird moments when you're around. You're gonna fix it and go back to being family. So like that's one thing my dad drilled in us at a young age. Don't let nobody mess with your sister, and don't let nothing come between the families. So you know what I'm saying? We kind of try to keep it like that, and
that's good.
Yeah, moving forward and everything like that.
Yeah, it's been a privilege to meet your dad. He works here.
Yeah.
So he's a good dude. Does a great job for our school. We're lucky to have him. So.
Yeah, he's great. Everywhere he goes, everyone loves him. I understand. That's my dad. I love him. He's amazing.
He's the bus driver too. He drives the bus. So Mama cooks the food and Dad drives the bus.
And my mom cheers. She gonna cheer.
So yesterday our girls' soccer team won, and it beat Fairdale 3-1.
Oh,
so I was sitting on the bench with them, just kind of watching because I didn't want to sit in the sun because it was so hot, and it was in the shade. So I had them do the 2-clap thing.
Okay.
I said, 2 claps? 2 claps? And they looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, y'all don't watch volleyball team play? They said, oh, no. So this is soccer. I'm like, every time the goalie catches the ball, I want to hear a 2-clap. And then one kid did it, and I looked at her like, what? So anyway, at the end of the game, I just like put up 3 fingers for the we scored 3 goals. 3 goals. I couldn't get them to do the 2-clap thing over there.
All it takes is one. It's gonna get infectious.
That's all right.
Yeah, it caught on real quick. I don't even remember the first time I did it.
Well, at first it was like, you know what I'm saying, let me get your attention thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody look up 2 claps. You know what I'm saying? And then they did.
I like it.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, now I got your attention. Now we can talk about what we need to talk about.
Exactly. Focus on the game.
Yeah.
Because you know that was a big issue. I should have did that last year because you'd sit down there and you got one over there looking at her mom or her dad or something like that.
Yeah.
And you like focus on the game. You might go in the game. You know,
you might go in.
Come on. You might. But if you're over there not participating or paying attention, I'm not putting you in the game.
We had a situation like that against Butler not too long ago and everything like that. A libero Danica, she got hurt. Great libero, she's perfect. She got hurt or whatever. So we looking down the bench, and you know what I'm saying. The girls is just kind of like we hairy ass cool and everything like that. But there's one girl sitting on the edge of the other child like that. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, put the libero, just go get in there. You know what I'm saying? She was like, what? Really?
She ready to go in?
Yeah, she was ready to go in. You know what I'm saying? So like those
Yeah.
are the things we look for as well. You know what I'm saying? Just good teammates, because that's so hard to find out. Everything's the eye show. You know what I'm saying? What can I do?
The teammate thing is so important. You know, some of my best friends still today are the people in that picture. There's a couple of them teammates on there, but that's actually 2008. But when I graduated in '98, we had those still the same people I have friends.
Yeah, I think my best friends are two girls that I played club with, and we don't see each other all the time because they're busy, I'm busy, but like at the end of the day, I know I can count on them if I need something. If I'm like, hey, I need to talk to you, whatever, like those are my best friends. And it's real weird to me to see like the way the team dynamic has changed since I only graduated 3 years ago. So to be like, okay, my volleyball team, we did everything together. Every weekend, if we were going out, we're all going out. If we're going to games, whatever, after games, we're all hanging out in Walmart. We used to get kicked out of Walmart because we would play hide and go seek and stuff. We got banned from Target one time because we was dressing up and playing hide and go seek in there, and the security guard started chasing us. But we had fun. Like, those were my teammates. Nothing. We might argue and fight or whatever, but nobody's gonna talk to my libero any kind of way. Nobody's gonna talk to my setter any kind of way. Like, that was a family. We were a team. Yep. And a lot of us played Kiva and Fern Creek together. So we were together all the time, out of town together, every weekend and stuff like that.
I think that's the biggest part of it, though. You know what I'm saying? Getting people forcing them to just be around each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I wouldn't have got close with some of the people, my closest friends, if like my parents and their parents just didn't force us to do this after school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Work out and everything like that. And we both going in like, I don't want to go today, and that's, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to go neither, so cool, let's, you know what I'm saying, come talk to me, and now we best friends and everything like that. So like, I really admire that part of the sports, just how it gets people to come together.
You know, some things have changed, but some things haven't changed.
Yeah.
You know, I've been around here so long that I've been on teams as a player that we won state championship. The '96 baseball team you could not divide us. It was completely everything for the team, no matter what we did, no matter if you were playing shortstop or you were in the dugout, the last person in the dugout, which that's where I was. But I did everything I could. I was a sophomore, and I did everything I could to help that team win. And then I've seen, like, you know, in 2008, that baseball team was the same way. 2012, our football team was the same way. You know, you're not going to get that every year, but when you do,
it's special.
Amazing.
It's special.
It's amazing.
And, you know, even if you don't win a championship, you can have that and not win a championship. That's just as special as it is if you don't win a championship. So, but that's the ultimate goal of every coach every year.
Exactly.
One thing I've seen is, like, so when I was in high school, like, the girls I played with and everything, like, we were, like, obsessed with the sport. Like, it didn't matter if I was having a bad day. I knew I was going to feel better once I got in the gym, once I saw my coach, you know, try to do extra workouts. I'd play volleyball. Like, that was, like, everything I thought about. So, like, now, I don't know, like, some of the players and stuff like that, it's like, I know you like it, but if you want to go to the next level or you want to take this further in your career, you have to become obsessed with it. Like, the pool for recruiting and stuff is getting smaller. Girls that are going D1 and going D2 are 6'3" and 6'4", and like, I'm like, baby girl, you're 5'7". You got to put a lot more work in, and you have to become obsessed with the idea of winning. You have to become obsessed with the idea of progressing. Like, that's one of the things. I wasn't always obsessed with winning. I just like to see my everyday progress. Like, I'd go in the gym and I'd be trying to hit line and I wouldn't do it. But the next day I come in and I'm hitting line and I'm like, okay, I'm progressing. I'm getting better. I have more intention with what I'm doing on the court. I don't know. That was just a random something or another.
No, you're right, though. I mean, it's you know, when a college coach comes in and watch a kid play, they watch their body language. They watch how they handle themselves off the court. They watch how they're walking around, interacting with their teammates. They watch their parents and how their parents are acting in the stands. I've seen so many players where a coach would come in and they would see their parents and the way that their parents are acting, and they're like, sorry, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm going to the next player,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have time to deal with that kind of stuff
right.
at the next level. And if they're looking at the kid's body language or looking at the kid, they'll come and watch practice and watch how they're drinking water. How are they handling themselves? How are they interacting with their teammates? And that's how they'll make it. Because, and when you go to college, you got somebody just as good as you
Yeah.
Yep.
on their roster, and those things are the determining factors of whether they're going to offer you a spot or not.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. And I've been trying to stress that to the girls. Like, I remember earlier in the season, I was like, so who wants to play at the next level? Whether you're a freshman and you want to play JV next year. If you're on JV and you want to sit the varsity bench. If you're sitting the varsity bench and you want to start varsity next year. Or if you're about to graduate and you want to go to college. Or if you want to go to a higher level college or anything like that. Like, it's the small stuff and how you handle yourself when things are not going your way that they're looking at. They're looking at your body language. They're looking at how you're talking to people. They're looking at all of the stuff that you're like, well, I play good, but there's somebody else that's playing just as good, but they're also putting in more work outside of here. You know, so like it's a hard thing to try to stress to them, because I feel like my freshmen and sophomores are kind of like, oh, I got time. And I'm trying to tell them, like, man, that 4 years goes by quick.
If you're not getting better, a little bit better every day, somebody else is.
Exactly.
Yep.
And
And that's, I told them last time we had practice, I was like, look, if you think you're going to go to the next level and the only time you're going to practice is when you step in my gym, you got another thing coming for you, because there's somebody like...
Well, it's a skill sport, and most of our kids are behind. Because a lot of the kids at the other schools have been playing travel ball or in the Catholic schools since 3rd grade, and that's what I told Dr. Brooks. I said we kind of do ourselves a disservice in volleyball because we don't do anything in the 3rd or 4th grade. They start playing volleyball in the 3rd or 4th grade, and they just keep playing volleyball, and they don't stop playing it.
And their parents play.
But we have so many great athletes in JCPS.
Oh, for sure.
And we have the facilities. We got better facilities. We got better athletes. If we just gave them the opportunity to start playing in the 3rd and 4th grade and doing like you just said, we would never lose.
Yep.
We would win.
You remember when Fire Creek basketball? You remember when Fire Creek basketball team they went to state a couple years ago and went twice in a row.
It was 3 years in a row.
They've been playing together since they was knee high.
Yeah.
All of them, Shula had them playing together forever.
But like basketball and volleyball are very similar. It's a skill sport.
Yeah.
You go out and you shoot all day. A great basketball player finds a gym, finds a basket to shoot at. A great volleyball player does the same thing.
And you don't even have to need a net. You know, like how I got good at hitting is I would just be in my driveway just hitting at the side of my house until I couldn't do it anymore.
You can sit there and play pepper with yourself.
Exactly.
And just hit, pass, set, hit, pass. I mean, you can. There's drills to do it.
And then we had our kitchen was big, and we had like concrete floors. So I would just record myself diving until because that's how I can get up off the floor now, and I don't need knee pads or elbow pads to do it, because I was so obsessed with being the best. Like, I wanted to make sure that I didn't care if we won or lose. I wanted everybody in that gym to know I was there. Number 25, that little one in the net, she was up there and she was touching every ball and she was blocking everything, you know? And it even came down to like stretching every morning and every night. That's one thing that's really hard to get the girls to do.
That's a deal breaker.
They don't even
That's a deal breaker.
They don't even stretch really well at practice or before games. And I'm like, man, I still stretch every morning and every night before I go to sleep and when I wake up, because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, you know? And so that's one of the things that I've been trying to stress to him. Man, you need to take care of yourself, because if you want to play in the next level, your body's going to get worn out if you don't take care of yourself well. So that means y'all got to stop eating all the hot chips and the sodas every day. Y'all got to drink water and eat vegetables. I know that's
snack so much.
They eat
What do you
junk.
mean, McDonald's potatoes a vegetable in it?
No, that's a starch.
It's a starch.
So is corn. But
That's a starch.
I'm like, man, y'all should eat a salad sometimes and not romaine lettuce, because that's just water. Maybe have some spinach or carrots, you know. Stretch. I tell them every day and every night in the group chat, I'm like, man, stretch. And you can tell who comes in and doesn't stretch, because why are you tighter today than you were yesterday?
Yeah.
And then they're like, Coach, can you stretch me? And I'm like, you really don't need me to stretch you. you really just need to stretch correctly, and we wouldn't have these issues. Y'all's ankles wouldn't be hurting, and y'all wouldn't be pulling stuff in your thighs and stuff. I don't think I ever had an injury. Actually, yes, I did. I overextended my hamstring, but that's because I did the splits. It wasn't anything.
Ow.
It wasn't anything on the court. I never got hurt in a game. So that's one thing I can say for sure. But I also took care of my body. I was a vegetarian though at the time, so I was meal prepping everything. But I was taking care of my body, and that's one thing I can say is like I never had to go to my trainer and be like wrap me or anything like that. Like I was just healthy, I guess. I don't know. But when you take care of your body, it'll take care of you.
So, what are your plans for our volleyball program, and then maybe what plans for your future in the future here?
For our volleyball program, well, this year, man, hopefully we can pull it together by districts because we got like 11 runner-up district trophies in the locker room. And I wanna be able to. It's not how we do in regular season. It's how we do in postseason. That's what I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we can pull it together and they show up to play because we know what to do. We just have to execute it now. So I'd like to be like a state winning program. By the time I leave PRP, whether that's in 5 years, 10 years, whatever the Lord holds for me, I would definitely I want to leave on a good note and be like, I want to get a few girls in D1 colleges, few girls in D2 colleges. I want them to be able to play though. Like I don't want them to go to a D1 college and be a ball girl. I want them to get on the court. That'll be good for me. That looks really good on my resume. And I did some to help the girls, so that's good. But I want to make these girls like good people on and off the court, respectable people on and off the court. I also want them to have the identity outside of volleyball. Like, yes, I'm obsessed with it. I love it. It's a high that, like the best high in the world, I feel like. But when I graduated high school and Corona happened and I didn't have volleyball, I was lost. Like, I was like, I don't know who I am outside of being a player. I don't know who I am outside of being a captain. So that's one thing I do want the girls to start thinking about and being able to be like, okay, well, this is the person I am when I'm not playing volleyball. So that way when they get outside of, graduating and stuff, and if they don't go play the next level, they don't get into trouble because they're not looking for, they already know who they are outside of this. So my goal is to make, good women, good people on and off the court, leaders, because being a leader doesn't mean you have to be a leader in a sports setting. You can be a leader in whatever job you hold. You can be a leader in your household, like whatever that may entail for them. I did just get a job. I'll be coaching the 16U national team at Lava, which is like a new program and everything like that. So I'll be working with Coach Nicole. Her last name is, what is he? It's really long. I don't know what it is. So I'll be doing that. And I'm really excited about that because there's a bunch of girls from here that I get to, work with year round. So that'll really start, building a lot more chemistry with those girls and stuff like that. And hopefully we can bring that back next year. Yeah. Whenever the Lord is like, whenever I get the offer to go coach in college and the Lord's like, that's where you need to go, that's where I'm going to go. So just taking it one day at a time.
Well, that's good. I appreciate everything you two are doing for our volleyball program.
Of course.
I'm so glad you all are here. Keep up the energy and keep up the good work. And
Yes.
if you ever need me to come out and practice, I'm willing to come out. And my knees finally healed from last year coaching two teams.
We need to get you out there ASAP.
I need to hit.
If you ain't doing nothing today.
Well, I didn't bring the right shoes, the right Crocs, man.
We're back at it Thursday though.
Yeah,
Thursday,
through the
Thursday.
sixth.
Bring your stuff Thursday. We right back
Might come
at
out
it.
Thursday, but sometimes I feel like I might hurt somebody.
They need to get used to them hard balls coming at them.
I feel like it wouldn't be bad to rough them up a little bit.
Yeah, get them a little aggressive.
Okay, all right.
Get them a little feisty.
We'll see how it goes. So, well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Keep up
Thanks
the good
for
work.
having us.
And hopefully we get to the postseason and we can take care of business.
That's all.
Heck yeah, I like that. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Of course. That was fun.
Thanks again for listening to the PRP Sports Show. For daily updates and schedules, search PRP Athletics on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, go Ridge.